Hello and welcome to my channel about conscious living in Costa Rica, community building, where my mission is to inspire you to live a life that is in full alignment with your dreams as I live mine here in Costa Rica. So today's video is about the different areas of Costa Rica and how to choose what is right for you. And before I begin, if you appreciate this video, please do give it a like. It really helps the algorithm. Do subscribe for more and comment if it speaks to you. All right, so when you're planning a trip, I believe that one of the best questions to ask yourself is, what is my intention in going there? What am I looking to experience? What is most important to me? What is the greater why? Why are you going there? Are you going there just because you need a vacation? Are you going there because you want to consider it as a place to live? What is it that you are looking to get? And this will help you select the best place for you. Costa Rica has so many different places to offer, I gotta say. It's a very rich country, except that every region has different qualities, has a different energy. And I do believe that where I live, being the southern zone, is the ultimate place for anybody that is a lover of permaculture and of anything related to spirituality. And I will get more into that soon. Another thing that you want to consider, do you want to leave cheaply or expensively? Different areas come with different prices. Typically, the north is more expensive than the south, and the Pacific is more expensive than the Caribbean. This is definitely something to consider. Other questions to ask yourself are, what kind of weather do you want? Because the weather can vary, and Costa Rica is full of endless microclimates. What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? Because different zones attract different crowds. And what kind of activities do you want to have around you? Because there are many different possibilities depending on where you live. So these are all important questions to ask yourself when choosing the right place to either live or simply visit. I also want to mention that if you are looking for more information on where to settle in Costa Rica and want support, I am here for that. I offer one-on-one support services for anybody who is looking to relocate to Costa Rica. I can help you choose the ideal location for you. I can help you connect with the right community, find the right home, find a car, and help your settling in Costa Rica go so much smoother. It will be a pleasure for me to do so. If you're interested, you can schedule a free 15-minute consultation call with me. The link is down below in the description box. So I'm going to be covering 4 main areas of Costa Rica. The southern zone, where I live, where I love, Guanacaste, the Central Valley, and the Caribbean coast. There are, of course, other places that you can settle in, but for the sake of simplicity, we're going to keep it at that. I do have an entire video on the southern zone that you can check out if you want more information that is not covered in this video. So the southern zone, what is so awesome about it and what's also less awesome? Well, first of all, one of the main reasons people come here is the conscious community and the lands, the retreat centers, the abundance, the richness, the rivers. The southern zone is super nature rich. It includes the Osa Peninsula, where you have the largest percentage of biodiversity on the planet. This is the place to see scarlet macaws. This is the place to see once in a while a jaguar. This is the place to eat exotic fruit. This is the place to go on river excursions, to go on nature hikes, to really experience the lush abundance that Costa Rica has to offer. I love the southern zone because of the tranquility. I love the southern zone because of the mountains and the beach. You don't have to go very far to be able to access one or the other, depending, of course, on where you live. And I love it because of the quality of people here. The southern zone attracts a lot of conscious people who are looking to root into the land, to connect with Mother Nature in ways that they simply cannot in other places of the world, and experience a profound gratitude for life. The southern zone is an amazing place if you're looking to do healing work, if you're looking to come back to yourself, and if you're looking to live in simplicity. Of course, these are all things that can be done anywhere in Costa Rica. The southern zone just has a special quality to it, in my opinion. It's also a place where you can find a greater quantity of organic produce because you have, for example, the market in San Isidro or Perez de la Den. That is a huge place to get tons of produce. It's also a place where you can find several conscious schools where foreigners send their children. And in general, the southern zone is quite safe compared to other areas of Costa Rica. This is why it attracts many families. There are many gated communities, there are many community projects, there are so many initiatives for children. It's a really great place to have a high quality of life for families. Of course, the southern zone is a place where it does rain more. It can have more heat. The climate isn't necessarily as optimal as it is in other areas. If you're close to the coast, be prepared to sweat. And things tend to be far away. It's perfectly normal for your friend to live an hour away. And it makes it so that a lot of people experience isolation and living here. It's just part of the deal. The abundance of nature comes with longer distances, but more serenity. It's just a matter of what you're looking for. Next up, the Central Valley. This includes the area around San Jose and all of the surrounding areas. One thing that attracts people to the Central Valley is the proximity to San Jose. It is easy to get in and out of the city, so you still have access to the abundant nature and what the city has to offer. Another great thing about the Central Valley is the climate. Average temperatures are between 21 and 27 degrees Celsius, which makes it feel really nice. You're never too hot, you're never too cold. The mountains in the Central Valley are, of course, so beautiful. There's volcanoes, there's coffee plantations, there's avocado farms. There's a lot to experience in this area if you're a fan of good food. The Central Valley does attract more retirees and people looking for a slower pace of life. It's a really safe area as well, with many gated communities, many markets, and also conscious schools. Personally, what drives me away from the Central Valley is that I love the beach and it is quite a distance to get there. Okay, next up is the Caribbean coast. The Caribbean coast definitely has a very different vibe than the rest of Costa Rica. First of all, it's way flatter, so already you don't have the same mountains, but it comes with beautiful beaches. There are many banana plantations. This was one of the things that shocked me the most, was just endless banana plantations. But there are also tons of exotic fruits. So you durian fans out there, you will be served on the Caribbean coast. Things are generally cheaper. For example, the coconuts on the Pacific side will cost you around $1, 500 colones, whereas on the Caribbean coast, you can pay 300, for example. It's just really a rough example, but in general, things are less expensive. The people on the Caribbean coast are different. It's more reggae, Jamaican vibes. It's more people who are just living on the coast, more pura vida, more just hanging out. It does have much higher crime levels. It is not as clean. You cannot drink the water on the Caribbean coast like you can on the Pacific side, which for me is a huge issue because I adore that of Costa Rica, that the water is so pure and clean. The rivers, although there are many, are much larger and not as clean. And so nature-wise, the Caribbean, for me personally, isn't as attractive because it doesn't have as much lush jungle and everything that I love about the Pacific. But I do get the impression that it's a little bit cooler because when I visited, it was the hottest time of year and it did not feel as hot as it does on the Pacific side. The climate is different than on the Pacific side. It doesn't have a rainy season and a dry season. It tends to just rain sporadically, which makes it easier to tolerate. And it also has way fewer tourists. And so if you're looking for a place to ground, to live closer to the beach and not need a car, then the Caribbean is to consider. And lastly, we have the Nicoya Peninsula. One thing that the Nicoya Peninsula is known for is being a blue zone. This is one of the 5 areas on Earth where there's the most amount of people who are living past 100. And so there's something special about the Nicoya Peninsula in that case. This is definitely one of the most expensive areas of Costa Rica. This is where people have the most luxury homes, the most luxury retreat centers. For example, Nosara, although attracting a beautiful and large conscious community, also attracts a lot of people that are looking for luxury and for really nice living. Guanacaste is where you can find the most beautiful beaches. It is the optimal place for surf and yoga, for delicious restaurants, for beach walking endlessly, for sunsets, for proximity between restaurants and the beach. It's a great place to vacation. The climate in Guanacaste is drier, which has its advantages. However, there's fewer rivers, it's harder to grow food, so farms don't do as well, but you can grow certain things there that you can't grow elsewhere, so it depends what you're looking to grow. But the drier climate also means more sunshine, a shorter rainy season, a lot of warmth, and a lot of good vibes. There are many tourists that visit the Nicoya Peninsula, and so for living, it tends to be very transient, which is one of the reasons why I much prefer the southern zone that has more rooted people. For tourism, for hotels, for experiencing the pura vida that Costa Rica has, it can be an interesting place to consider. Now, I do recommend that you rent a car in Costa Rica, no matter where you're going, if you want to check out different places, because it can be quite difficult to get around without it. Although there are buses, it can still be difficult to get around. And so I recommend, for ease, just to be able to have your own transport. All right, if you appreciate this video, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what other videos you would like me to do on Costa Rica. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.